nagmumula pa rin dito sa loob ng arena sa lungsod ng San Juan para sa pagpapatuloy ng Week 13 ng 91st season ng pinakaunang collegiate athletic league ng ating bansa. This is your NCAA Season 91, still live and exclusive on ABS-CBN Sports in Action at Balls High Definition, Channel 167 sa Sky Cable. The students from Morales Street in Intramuros sa Lyceum of the Philippines University students are here, and also the students of Emilio Aguinaldo College, because they will be in action today bago ng highly anticipated Judgment Day ng NCAA bukas, where the top 6 teams will battle it out. Magkakaalamanan muna ngayon dahil mamaya po ay magbabanggaan ng College of St. Benil Blazers kontra sa San Sebastian College Recoletos Golden Stags, who is coming off that 2-game winning streak, at ngayon naman ay maghaharap ang Lyceum of the Philippines University Pirates at Emilio Aguinaldo College Generals. Nandito po kami sa panig ng Lyceum of the Philippines University students for ABS-CBN Sports. Alongside Martin Antonio, ako po si Andre Felix on the call for our first game today. Hello, good afternoon sa'yo.
Good afternoon, Andre. Good afternoon, Pilipinas. Again, primer for tomorrow's big game. Big games din ito ngayon. Makikita natin sino ang teams na magsisimula ng bago nilang mga winning streaks.
Luzon, Visayas, Mindanao, sa ating mga kababayan sa buong mundo via the Filipino channel. As we take a look at our team standings, the two teams today may be considered as the bottom dwellers or teams na hindi na talaga papasok mathematically speaking sa Final Four, Martin. Pero alam naman natin na parehong koponan na to want to go out in a decent fashion and want to end their season in the NCAA in a great way.
Again, building up for their futures. Both teams are on the bottom of our team standings. The EAC Generals are facing an 8-game losing streak, while the LPU Pirates are having a 5-game losing streak. Titignan natin ngayon kung sino ang papatid ng pagkauhaw na yan sa dalawang teams na to. Primer nga para sa bakbakan bukas na napakaganda,
na dapat abangan din ng ating mga kapamilya. Balikan po muna natin ang naganap dun sa paghaharap ng dalawang koponan na ito. Mahigit isang buwan na po ang nakalilipas as we take a look at the Little General Francis Monsoyac, and there's Guy Imbida of LPU. Back on August 14 ay huling nagharap itong LPU, make that August 13 rather, LPU and EAC, at nagtagumpay nga ang Lyceum of the Philippines of the University Pirates 69-55. It was Gidjol with a double-double effort, and Francis Monsayac, the Little General, kanina on your screens, na gumawa para kay Coach Andy de Guzman.
Again, it was a wire-to-wire win by the LPU Pirates. Mula-simula hanggang pagtatapos, sila ang humawak ng kalamangan. Napakalaki ng rebounding advantage, 57-37, 26 of those rather, coming from the offensive rebounding side. Na-convert nila yan into 18 points. Yun yung napakalaking difference. 14-point win, second chance points ang nagpanalo doon. Again, Victor Gidjol, that was his breakout game.
Martin, para sa koponan ni Coach Topex Robinson and the LPU Pirates, I know and we know that they have a bright future with Victor Gidjol there, with Joseph Gobaini, with Shaq Alanes. Pero alam mo, isa sa mga inaabangan ko, I'm excited about, is Wilson Baltazar.
Winston Baltazar, one of the guys na binibuild up ngayon ni Coach Topex, mentor ni Coach Gary David, isa sa mga pinaka-batikan na shooter nila ngayon. Produced a season high for the team, 28 points. In-eclipse niyan yung previous high ni Shaq Alanes na 27. More importantly, 50% on total field goals, 33% sa 3-point shooting. Napakatangkad na wingman, building block for the Lyceum Pirates.
That was the most, 28 points, the most points in a game this season ang na-score ng isang Lyceum Pirate, edging out Shaq Alanes, 27 points. At para naman sa koponan ng Emilio Aguinaldo College Generals, against Perpetual Health last Tuesday, EAC's best players were a pair of guards who managed to light it up from downtown for them. And yan nga, si Christopher Nanmejos and Joshua General na pumukol mula sa labas para kay Coach Andy de Guzman's Generals.
Few of the lone bright spots for the EAC Generals. Itong dalawang mama na to nagbigay ng tagtatlong 3-pointers. 6 out of 10, 60% ang ibinigay nila compared to the 1 out of 11 lamang ng kanilang mga kakampi. Sana magpatuloy na ang laro nila maganda. Titingnan natin nga kung mapuputol na nila yung napakahabang losing streak nila for the Generals.
At mga pamilya, as always, pwede po kayo makisali sa aming usapan ni Martin Antonio. All you have to do is listen to our third member of the ABS-CBN Sports Broadcast Team, ang aming diwata. Walang iba kundi si Binibining Roxanne Monte Alegre. Roxanne, hello, good afternoon to you.
Maraming salamat, Andre, Coach Hammer. Nakaka-inlove naman yung mga ngiti nyo. Pero mga kapamilya, bago kayo ma-inlove sa aking kasama, alamin muna natin ang question for the day. Aling School ang champion sa fighting spirit. Kung gusto nyo sagutan yan, gamitin nyo lamang ang hashtag NCAA Season 91, hashtag galing LPU, at hashtag galing EAC para sa larong ito. At syempre, kung gusto nyo rin silipin ang team rankings sa school nyo, bumisita lamang sa sports.abs-cbn.com. At syempre, huwag nyo rin kakalimutan kami i-tag sa inyong mga Twitter accounts. Andre Felix para sa aking napakabambong kasama, Andre_Felix sa kanyang Twitter, at Coach Hammer 613 sa kanyang Instagram, at syempre sa akin at Roxanne Monte Alegre. Really wanna hear from you guys, and malay nyo, kayo na yung ma-feature namin live this game. Andre?
Maraming salamat, Roxanne. Pasensya na kung hindi kita masyadong marinig. Pero kung ano man ang sinabi mo, sa tingin ko maganda naman yun.
Talagang maganda yung pag sa'yo. Ikaw ang nag-comment.
Brusco.
Brusco at guwapo.
Hindi ko sila... Sa amin pong pababalik ni Roxanne Monte Alegre, Martin Antonio. Ito na pong labanan sa pagitan ng LPU Pirates at EAC Generals. Dito lamang sa NCAA Season 91. Ilabas ang galing sa...
ABS-CBN Sports and Action.
Ladies and gentlemen, a very pleasant Thursday afternoon from the Pillow Flying V Arena here in San Juan as we bring you our first of two this Thursday in your Season 91 of the NCAA. Let us meet first the LPU Pirates. Power forward number 10, Joseph Gabaini. Forward number 15, MJ Ayay. Center number 8, Vic Guijol. Point guard number 4, Richmond Sunga. And the off guard number 13, Shaquille Alanes. Head coach of the Pirates, Topex Robinson. And now starting for the EAC Generals. Forward number 5, Mario Bonleon. Power forward number 15, John Estacio. Center number 18, Hamadu Lamino. Off guard number 8, Fernan Mejos.
Magandang hapon po muli mga kapamilya saan ka man naroon. Mula Apari hanggang Hulyo at all over the world. In Asia, Europe, US, and also sa ating mga kababayan na nandito ngayon sa loob ng arena. The starting lineup for both squads for the LPU Pirates in gray, it will be Richard Sunga, Shaq Alanes, Victor Gijol, Joseph Gabaini, and itong si MJ Ayay. Para naman sa Emilio Aguinaldo College Generals, it's Francis Monsayak, Christ Mejos, Amaru Lamino, John Estacio, and Mario Bonleon. Our officials for today, referee number 16, Dexter C, referee number 50, Jaime Rixano, and also referee number 24, si Ginoong Butch Kain. Siyam na players lang ang ilalaro ni Coach Andy de Guzman ngayon, March, without the 3 suspended players in Raymond Pasco, suspended for 3 games, si Simeon Bubere and Jeric Diego na 1 game each lang. So maglalaro pa yung Diego and On Bubere for their last 2 games against Mapua and Arellano, but Pasco will have to sit it out the rest of the season and be back next year, as we saw MJ Ayay hitting the first 2 points for LPU.
Dito ngayon magkakasubukan, Andre, kung gaano kakondisyon itong mga player ni Coach Andy de Guzman. Siyam lang yan. You could look at it both ways. Medyo negative dahil konti ang i-rotate mo, pero mas maraming playing time para sa mga natitira mong players.
Ito, sinabi nga kanina ni Coach Andy sa atin, as we take a look at the shot clock dying down on LPU, kung mapuputukan sila dito ng shot clock violation, at yun na nga, it is turnover for the Pirates, babalik sa EAC. Sabi ni Coach Andy kanina, ay habang pinapanood natin itong tira ni Ayay, Coach Andy told me that sabi niya sa boys niya, let's go back to that Palestine-Gilas Pilipinas game yesterday. Nobody expected Palestine to defeat Gilas Pilipinas. It was obviously an upset. Everything naman. Palestine only fielded in 8 players, so kaya natin yan. Huwag natin isipin yung mga players natin na wala. Let's do it for them. Alam natin, Jorge Morado went back to Davao. That's a good sign para dito kay Hamado Lamino. Ilista mo ng unang 2 puntos ng EAC from their big man.
Again, tulong-tulong ang kailangan dyan. Mas maiksi ang pise kung sasabihin natin ngayon ng EAC Generals, pero pag pinagtulong-tulungan, merong magandang kalalabasan yan.
Victor, wala sa unang pagkakataon. One more try without offensive rebound. Wala na naman para kay Gidjol na talagang inaabangan ng LPU community for the years to come. Ito si Victor Gidjol.
Batang-bata itong Victor Gidjol na to. And very promising.
That's right. Very athletic. He can also dribble the ball. Kaya na umatake mula sa labas. And EAC being very patient with the basketball on this sequence. 3 to shoot. 1, kailangan ng iba to ni Bonleon. Bonleon was able to fire away in the nick of time. Yun nga lang, babalik ang bola dito sa LPU. In the meantime, balikan natin ang ating kasamahan na si Roxanne Montealegre, who has an update on the EAC Generals na depleted nga today. Rox?
Alam naman natin, Andre and Coach Hammer, na nagkaroon ng unexpected commotion sa last game ng EAC. Pero mas nanaig ang pag-iisip ni Coach Andy de Guzman sa kanyang players. At gusto rin niya iparating sa mga NCAA fans na kahit kailanman ay hindi niya ito tuturuang manakit. At para naman kay Christ Mayos, lesson learned na what happens in the court to stay in the court. And because he wants to exit with pride, sisikapin niya gawin ang kanyang 100% sa game na ito para maging exciting ang laban. Hindi lang para sa kanyang sarili, kundi para sa buong EAC community. Andre?
Maraming salamat, Roxanne. Gusto ko lang sabihin, Roxanne, na yung Instagram ko hindi Coach Hammer, ha? Nabanggit mo pala kanina, my Instagram account is Coach Hammer. Kay ano yun? Kay Martin yun. My Twitter, for para sa kaalaman, is Andre_Felix. At Instagram is Andre Felix, one word. Yung sa'yo naman,
Coach
partner,
Hammer 613.
pareho yun.
Parehas.
Hindi ko nga makuha kasi yung ano eh, yung one word lang sa Twitter. Kasi merong tatanga-tanga na nakalimutan yung password. Ako yun.
Ikaw yun. Ikaw naman kasi.
Ako yun.
Sulat mo kasi sa maliit
Ako yung
mong notebook.
tatanga-tanga. Hindi ko, nakalimutan ko yung password. Tabla po tayo. 2 sa parehong koponan. Under 7 minutes to play here sa ating unang yugto. We have another double offering na double header offering, that is, na handog ng ABS-CBN Sports. Mamaya po magbabangga ng CSB players at SSCR Golden Stacks. Yan na nga si Gidjol, ang unang 2 puntos ni Victor today. Kala mo, yung sinasabi kong tatanga tayo, ibang tao, no? Ako yun.
Ikaw ba yan?
Nakalimutan ko password.
Nakalimutan.
Andre Felix sa Twitter.
Okay, yan. Hindi mo na tuloy alam.
Wala na.
Pero speaking of Twitter, Andrea,
yes,
ang dami nating nare-reach with those social
yes,
media natin.
of course.
Yung mga social media accounts natin, nagiging mas accessible ng mga players natin because of it.
Natawa ako doon, Martin, na habang pinag-usapan mo yung Twitter, Gidjol was trying to do a Larry Bird type of shot yung off the backboard.
Pag na-shoot yun, alam mo na sasabihin ng kaibigan nating si Mikey Reyes.
Ano?
What time is it? Alam mo, sasagot ng pick. It's party time.
Lamang po ang LPU ng dalawa. These two teams want to end season 91, of course, with a win to bring pride and joy para sa kanilang respective na eskwelahan. With 5:43 ang nalalabik sa ating unang yugto. Timeout po muna tayo. Kami po yung magbabalik ni Martin Antonio. After a few reminders, lamang po ang mga pirata. 4-2. Kami po yung magbabalik. Victor Gidjol scoring his first 2 points there. Victor is their number 2 leading scorer with 11.3 per game. And here is our Copico Best Recharge moment brought to you by Copico 78, Copico's best latte ever.
Yan, favorite natin yan. Lalo na pag dumarating ka, talagang may Copico ng ready.
Alam mo sino nag-aantay ng Copico?
Kilala ko na yan. Ako, may utang pa akong dalawa dyan. Coach and Cordero talaga. Kaya bukas, pag nanood ako ng game, dadalang ko agad ng kape.
Humihingi ng traveling violations Coach Andy de Guzman kay Gidjol. Pero nakuha ng EAC ang bola. Here's Monsayak now. The Little General still has 1 more year next year to be the team captain and lead this team back. Actually, very optimistic ito si Coach Andy de Guzman, Martin, dahil they will have IG King back. We know that IG was one of their scorers as we take a look at that nice move by Sunga. Ganda naman ng galaw ni Richmond Sunga, no?
Ito si Richmond Sunga. isa sa mga revelations for Coach Topex Robinson. He was expecting Taladua to step up his game this year, but Richmond Sunga has been playing so well.
Kanina nabanggit ko Richard dahil yun ang sabi ng ating kasamaan. It's Richmond. Kilala mo tong LPU personally? So if you can share anything about the players as we take a look at the nice drive by Richmond Sunga, mamaya kwentuhan mo kami ng mga bagay na gusto malaman ng mga estudyante ng LPU. As we take another quick break, lamang po ng 6 ngayon ang Lyceum of the Philippines University, courtesy of this fast play of the game, brought to you by PLDT Home DSL, the #1 home broadband. We'll be right back after a few reminders. Yan po mga estudyante na mula pa sa Morales Street in Intramuros, the Lyceum of the Philippines University students. We saw Coach L.A. Mumar. Yes. The students waving and enjoying. Natutuwa ako sa mga estudyante ng LPU dahil bumabiyahe pa yan all the way from Intramuros, and right from the very beginning of the season as nagtatakip siya ng pamaypay.
Mukhang hindi pumasok. Mukhang walang excuse letter.
Hindi nagpaalam no? But a while ago, before we do a rundown on the statistics here that we were given by our statistician, Pong Ducanes, ano pwede mo i-share about Richmond? Richmond has how many years left for
I think he has 2 more years.
Okay.
2 more years after this year. I was very privileged to work with this guy. Ito si Richmond Sunga. Unang dumarating, huling umaalis talaga yan.
First one in, last one out. Wow.
And he's the 3rd string point guard.
Oh, wow.
During the summer. And then now he's starting. Nakuha niya yung trust ni Coach Topex Robinson that he could run the offense, run the team.
Yeah, kita mo naman, nagpe-pay dividends for him. He's now, you know, in the starting 5 ni Coach Topex. As what you mentioned, John Estacio, nakapuntos na rin para sa EAC para maibaba ang kalamangan ng LPU sa 4. Nabigyan ng daylight si Baltazar. Alam natin that he is a 3-point shooter. Wilson is a 30% 3-point shooter in season 91. Richmond tatawagan ng unang personal foul. Ito naman ang ating Master Guapo move of the quarter. Watch out for more Guapo moves. Powered by Master Sikreto ng mga Guapo.
Ito nga, Andre, tingnan mo yung stats natin. The LPU the LPU Pirates have been shooting well, but they're rebounding better.
Okay.
9 out of 5. Now, 10 boards for this quarter. Maaga pa yan. 7 minutes in, marami na.
Oh! I really have to interrupt you, but there was that alley-oop slam and jam courtesy of Victor Gijol, the specialty of the house from Victor. And sabi mo nga, it's
dropping the hammer down and it's party time!
It's hammer time, party time, slam dunk time, kahit anong gusto sabihin. Patrick Landicho, sabi niya, nag-tweet po siya sa atin, mainit ang panahon kasi init ang bakbakan ngayong Throwdown Thursday.
Yan,
that's
gusto
right.
yan, Throwdown Thursday, ha?
Yan yung mga gusto mo mga salita eh. I can't get over that Victor Gijol alley-oop slam. For sure, makikita natin ulit yan. Especially sa highlights natin of the week. Jeb Bulawan nasa loob na rin para sa kupunan ni Coach Topex. Scoring there. We know that Jeb has that high leaping ability. He is, of course, after all, our slam dunk champ in season 91 during the All-Star break.
Oo, 3 tao yung tinalunan dyan. Di pa nakahawak sa ring. Buwis buhay dumangkyan.
General, nagpakawala kagad ng 3. Pumukul nga yan ng 3 puntos in their last game, last Tuesday against Perpetual Health. He had a season high 11 points, 3 of 5. I'm referring to Joshua General. Victor apologizes for losing the ball. Turnover para sa LPU. Eto na. Yung babalikan natin para sa ating fast play of the game. Brought to you by PLDT Home DSL, the #1 home broadband. That love to Victor Gijol. Alam mo ba kung sino nagturo sa kanya mag-basketball?
Sino? Tatay niya?
Si Luke Ambamute of the NBA. That's right. Ito si Victor Gijol, 20 years of age, 6'9", born in Yuanda, Cameroon. And at 15 years, kaibigan niya nga si Luke Ambamute ng Philadelphia 76ers.
Prinsipe yan nung tribo nila eh. Si Luke Richard. That's why
right.
he brought basketball without borders sa Cameroon.
Sabi ko nga kay Victor, ba't di ka sumama sa UCLA? Victor grew up in Paris, France.
French guy.
Tumikada mula sa labas si Talads. Pinasok na nga, or Jeremiah Taladua. His teammates call him Talads. Foul away from the ball. Mukhang kay Victor yan. Unang personal ni Victor. pangalawang team foul ng LPU.
Alam mo, Andre, tingnan mo yung luxury ni Coach Topex Robinson. Jeb Bulawan could swing the 3 and 4 spot. Napakalaki nung size advantage nila if they play. Especially with Wilson Baltazar right there, who is standing 6'2", 6'3". Malaking backcourt and front line.
That basket by Bulawan was brought to you by PLDT Home DSL, the #1 home broadband. That was our strong move of the game. Munsaya with 10 on their shot clock. Munsaya, binato na lang, pero yun nga ang high outstretched arms, long wingspan nitong isang Jeb Bulawan.
Advantage dyan. 6'5" with arms that could go on for days. Talagang very good defender, this kid.
And also has a high leaping ability. That was a good stop inside ni Estacio kay Cabaini. Hindi nga lang mahawakan ni Lamino. It's been that kind of a season para kay Hamado Lamino despite his double-double games. Pero he has to learn yung pag-handle ng bola, pag-anticipate. Minsan kasi hindi niya nasasalo din yung mga pasa.
Saka medyo svelte ang kanyang frame eh. Medyo on the leaner side of things, skinnier side of things. Kaya pagka tumatakbo siya sa traffic, konting contact, nahihirapan siya kumuha ng bola.
Train mo kaya siya? sorry, napalaman ka ba doon?
We are open for suggestions.
Okay. In the meantime, ito po ang ating Copico 78 Best Recharge Moment brought to you by Copico 78. Copico's Best Latte ever. Tuwa ang mga estudyante ng Lyceum of the Philippines University. We are down to less than a minute to play sa ating first quarter. Gabayni gets the steal. Alanes. Binigay sa corner kay Wilson Baltazar. Binalik kay Alanes. Ginamit ang pick ni Bulawan. Where is this possession going for LPU? Like what I mentioned, nakatambay na lang yung Joseph Gabayni sa shaded lane.
It's going to the other side. 3-second call there for Joseph Gabayni. But again, too many passes. Kung may open shot na, you could always look for an even better shot. But pag libre na, pukol na lang ng pukol.
Too much passing, that's a problem. General, sa loob kay Lamino, di niya nakita mula sa likod si Bulawan. Lamino saves it. Down to 8 seconds here, the first. Wala ang tikada doon mula sa labas ni Pau Pascual. Kailangan ng iba to ni Shaq Alanis to. Alam ko, siswertehin pa si Shaq. Pero pagkatapos ng 10 minuto ng paglalaro, bakbakan sa dalawang koponan na wala nang ang pag-asa umabot ng Final Four. But of course, they want to bring home that victory sa kanilang eskwelahan, that lob to Victor Gidjol. Let's watch it one more time to end the first quarter. Lamang po ang LPU Pirates, 12 sa 6. Kami po yung magbabalik para sa ating pangalawang yugto. Smile, you're on cam. Where is she seated, Martin?
Your favorite part of your day, Andre. Talaga.
Ikaw ang tumitingin.
Ako, ikaw yung naka-glue sa screen.
Pero yung leg mo naman umiikot.
Peripheral vision. Ball, Man-U ball yan. So, Andre, ito yung ating
Yes, go ahead.
stats again for the first quarter. Wala pang nakakashoot ng 3-pointers but points in the paint. 10 points ang nanggaling dyan for the LPU Pirates. Napakalaking advantage again going through their size.
At dos lang sa EAC inside. Of course, without Jerry Jago, without Sidneon Rubere, who's been playing so well para sa EAC, ay wala din. Gandang hapon po muli, Andre Felix, Martin Antonio, Roxanne Monte Alegre. Yan pong ABS-CBN Sports Trio for our first game today between LPU and EAC. Later on, it will be Anton Rojas, Coach Olsen Rosella, and Siege Santenco at courtside. Our director is Direk Raul De Ocampo. Mejos, kakabalik lamang sa laro, matake kagad sa puso ng depensa ng LPU. Yan si Extra Rice Jr., Jeff Malyari. Is playing his last year. He's the alone general who will be leaving EAC next year. Joren Morada, as we know, one of the catalysts also in that win against Letran in the first round with that 4-down isolation from the top play. Is back home probably watching sa kanyang bahay sa Davao. Magandang hapon sa iyo, Joren.
Talagang kailangan pa naman nila si Joren yun. But again, he has his personal reasons to go there.
Adu Membang is also in the US. IG King ay babalik. Anak ni legendary Abe King.
Oo, pinag-uusapan lang natin kanina. Hindi rin physical maglaro yun. Walang ka-physical sa katawan yan. No physicality.
Never din yata umamin na pumaul yun.
Ay, oo. Wala namang player na amin na naka-foul.
Ikaw ba umamin ka ever in
Wala akong finaul.
Really?
Wala lahat bola. Nadidikit lang.
Back to live action. Mejos. No go. There's big boy Malyari against another big boy. Gabayni was caught with a foul. Di agree si Gabayni na pangiti na lang. Babalikan natin si Roxanne Monte Alegre.
Andre, napaka-light and lively ng mood ng LPU Pirates kanina. Pabiro pa nga lang sinabi na this is their championship game. Pero seryoso naman ang paalala ni Coach Topex Robinson that they have to look at the bigger picture. They should also see that this learning curve is an opportunity for them to learn. And also that maturity and growth over winning. At syempre, masaya rin naman siya dahil nakikita niya that his players are honoring not just the game, but also the referees at yung mga team na kalaban nila. Andre?
Maraming salamat, Rox. Of course, Coach Topex Robinson is one of the nicest guys here in the NCAA. One of the best coaches to talk to. Ang ganda ng kanyang demeanor. He has that 5 minutes of silence bago magsimula ang kanyang pre-game speech. Anything you want to share after working and playing under Coach Topex, also being hired by Coach Topex as a strength and conditioning coach also?
Well, Coach Topex is very cerebral. That's one of those things that people tend to overlook. Hindi nila nakikita yun na Coach Topex really has given so much time preparing for games. And now, itong LPU Pirates are getting up to speed. Kumbaga, kung paano niya ina-atake ang preparations every game.
Sayak. Binabangga doon ni Jeremiah Taladua. Kumikada mula sa labas itong si Mejos. Kumikada was Pau Pascual rather. Embida na bitawan ng bola on the way up. Tumatakbo ang mga nakapula. Munsayak, binigay kay Pascual. Tumuloy-tuloy. Lamino thought he was fouled from behind. Sabi ng ating opisyalis, Bulawan was just jumping straight up.
Going for the ball. But again, nakita mo yung strength discrepancy doon. Yung Lamino, pag nakuha niya yung bola, he is tentative, so to speak.
Actually,
when he gets it, he's not as, how should I put this in a nice way? He's not as fluid as our other imports that are playing in the NCAA. But again, he has room to improve.
Ilista mo na ang unang 3 puntos ng ating laro courtesy of that outside shot mula kay Shaq Alanes.
Again, Shaq Alanes has been playing his guts out for the LPU Pirates the whole year. Their #1 scorer. But he needs more help. Again, building up for next year, tiniyan natin sino ba ang mag-i-improve at tutulong para sa atake ng mga Pirates.
2 minuto na ang nakalilipas dito sa ating second quarter. Lamang ang LPU ng 6. Tumikada mula sa labas si Baltazar. Wala, balik ang bola sa mga Emilio Aguinaldo College Generals. Monsayak to General, down low to Lamino. Yan pa yung kailangan matutunan talaga ni Lamino, no?
Again, he can't, it boils down to strength.
Yes.
It boils down on positioning and most of all mindset. If post entries going into you, kailangan i-grasp mo yun, hawakan mo talaga.
Ito ang mga estudyante ng LPU for Copico 78 Best Recharge Moment, brought to you by Copico 78, Copico's best latte ever. EAC hasn't led in this game. We've only had 1 deadlock where the score was tied at 2-all. 6 ang pinakamalaking kalamangan. Ito nga, the biggest lead ng LPU. Gabayni's coming back in. Panoorin muna natin itong fast play of the game brought to you by PLDT Home DSL, the #1 home broadband. That outside shot mula kay Shaq Alanes.
Talagang nag-iiba na yung gameplay ngayon, especially with the effects of the Euro basketball style and open spacing attacks ng mga teams. Tama, point guard nila si Shaq Alanes, tumitira na ng 3 points. He is an offensive option na talagang nag-a-adapt na rin ang mga coaches natin.
Koy Marata is also in for the first time para kay Coach Topex Robinson. Mejos against Marata. Shot clock down to 6. Mejos! Lista mo na. Yes! Para sa 3 kay Christ Fernan Mejos for the first 3-pointer of EAC.
Andre, last game, 60% from the 3-point area si Christ Mejos. Pinagpapatuloy niya yan. Walang katakot-takot sa dibdib itong batang to.
Christ Fernan Mejos is their 5th leading scorer. Ito po ang master guapo move of the quarter. Bumalik pa siya sa labas. One dribble and then the pull-up. Watch out for more guapo moves. Powered by Master, sikreto ng mga guapo, Christ Fernan Mejos, who is a 37% three-point shooter, close to 9 points per game ang kanyang average in 24.7 minutes played per game. Otep Cabaini, second year playing for the LPU Pirates, donning the yellow and red and gray, that is. 21 years old, 6'5", grew up in Taytay, Rizal. Last year was the defensive player of the year. He's taking up business management. And 16 years old nung natuto yung mag-basketball. Kasama si Tito Ramel Ancheta. Idol niyan siyempre si Shaq. Di si Alanis, Shaquille O'Neal.
Alam mo, sinong number 1 fan yan?
Sino?
Sinabi niya sa akin, nakakwento ko kanina.
Number 1 fan siya.
Si Lolo Mon Gabayni daw niya, na laging nanonood sa kanya.
So magandang hapon kay Lolo Mon. Francis Monsayak, ilista mo na. Isa pang yes para sa tres mula sa Generals after Mejos hitting that 3. Now it's Monsayak's turn, which is a specialty from Monsayak.
Small in stature but not small when it comes to talent and heart. Francis Monsayak na inaasahan talaga na pamunuan itong mga general ng EAC.
Naibaba na ng EAC sa isa ang kalamangan ng LPU. Kanina lamang na lamang nga ng 6 itong mga pirata ng Lyceum of the Philippines University. We'll be right back after a few reminders from our sponsors. Huwag po kayong aalis. Kayo po'y nakatutok sa NCAA Season 91. Ilabas ang galing. Saklolo! Sabi ng mga taga-LPU Pirates. Without Joseph Gabayni, they were 1-3. And in their last game against SBC here in round 2 of the NCAA, kailangan ng tulong ni Baltazar and ni Gabayni. Kanina nga pinag-usapan natin si Wilson on top of the coverage, but they need more help in terms of the other teammates as we take a look at Joseph Gabayni.
Of course, there is a lot of talent on that bench. Preseason, nakala ko nga, personally, upon seeing all the teams nung summer leagues, they are very impressive. They have the height, they have the coaching, magaling dumipensa. But it didn't pan out as what they wanted. Ngayon, build up again sila for next year. More help is needed for Joseph Gabayni, Embida, their captain. Victor Gijol picked up his game nung second round. So, titignan natin kung mas marami pa ang magtutulong-tulong para manalo ang LPU Pirates, Andre.
That's right. And they also have to cut down on their turnovers. Ang turnover story nila per game is 22.6. Ang turnovers ng LPU. Today, they already have 11 so far. Hindi pa nga tayo tapos sa ating first half. Kalahati na agad na kanilang average na 22. Embida tinawagan ng kanyang unang personal foul. Nasa penalty na itong LPU, so that will send General to the line.
Itong si Embida, undersized na 4, 6'2" on a good day. Embida trying to defend Mohamed Delamino on the block. Yun yung mga kailangan niyang ma-read eh. Whenever he goes down to the block, is he quicker or bigger than his opponent? Is he taller? So he needs to know how to maximize those gifts. Kailangan malaman niya kung paano aatakihin yung defender. Which goes with youth. Bata pa kasi ito eh.
Tingnan natin dito. Ito yung point out mo. This import matchup between Amaru Lamino and Embida. Embida with a stab. He has developed that perimeter shot as well for a quote-unquote undersized big man. Lamang na ang EAC for a first lead change. 17-16. Huli ang tira doon ni Bon Leon. And the block will be credited to Wilson Baltazar. Victor Gijol is back in. At unang gagamitin, who we rarely see action in 5 games played only here in the season. Actually, 3 minutes per game nga lang. Francis Monsayak, isa pang tres, pangalawa na yan, little general today. Si Raj Elmerab ang pinasok na ni Coach Topex.
They have high hopes for this kid. Another project by Coach Topex Robinson. 6'6", could jump, could defend guys, long.
And a lot is expected from him.
Okay, kung sabi nga nila, you cannot teach height.
Oh, exactly.
One of the cliches in basketball. Another turnover for the EAC Generals. Pipoy, sabi ni Marata, teka lang. Set tayo. Naghahabol tayo ng 4 ngayon. Kanina lumumang tayo ng 6. So they will run. Coach Topex Robinson's offensive play. Naagaw ni Monsayak behind the back dribble. Monsayak, the team captain of the Generals. Sabi ni Little General, teka lang, malalaki. Kulang ako ng mga kaibigan. Another behind the back dribble. The pick set by Lamino, gives it to Malyari. Mejos. Lamino skying high, but over the back foul. Ang itatawag kay Hamadu Lamino. As we take a look at our strong move of the game, brought to you by PLDT Home DSL. The #1 home rod man. There was a second triple brought to you by the Little General, Francis Monsayak, who's a fairly decent three-point shooter at 39%. In 14 games played para kay Coach Andy De Guzman.
Medyo Napoleon Bonaparte pala ang datingan niya, no? Little General. But again, he is the one who steers the pot for the EAC Generals. Kumbaga, siya yung kutsara na panghalo mo ng kopi ko eh. Di ba? Pagka nalagay mo na yun sa mainit na tubig, siya talaga yung naghahalo dyan sa inumin na tinatawag nating EAC Generals. Kaya pag maganda ang nilalaro niya, tumataas yung level ng mga kakampi.
Totoo yun. At isa sa mga example ay si Topex Robinson na hindi naman din katangkaran, sabi niya. But he was also, of course, a point guard himself when he back in his playing years. And hindi mo din matatawaran ang leadership na ibinigay ng isang Topex Robinson on the floor.
May magandang feel-good story na kinuwento sa akin yan si Coach Topex eh.
Maybe
Sabi niya, yung best friend mo, sino best friend mo?
Tingnan muna natin ito si Raj.
Merab.
Oo.
Isang magandang punta. But going back,
Sino ba?
LA.
Si Parts.
He was invited to play again in the Pro Leagues to mentor LA Tenorio. He was in California na noon.
Invento to ni Coach Topex.
Oh yes, straight out of him. And then when he was taken
Baka sa
back,
gatas to, diba?
yes,
Okay.
exactly. So nung pagbalik niya, dahil character guy daw siya, more than his skill set, it was his leadership na kaya siya binigyan ng pagkakataon to work with a younger kid who became one of our national team standouts.
Ito naman ang ating strong move of the game, brought to you by PLDT Home DSL, the #1 home broadband. Raj El Merab ang nakakuha ng 2 puntos sa loob. Akala ng EAC, it was a clean block, but a foul called on that man, Hamadu Lamino. Lamang ng 2 ang Emilio Aguinaldo College Generals kontra Lyceum of the Philippines University Pirates. Kami po ay magbabalik.
At nagbabalik ang NCAA Season 91 dito lang sa ABS-CBN Sports in Action. Ngayon naman mga kapamilya, dahil Throwback Thursday ngayon, meron kami inanda ng mga very cute baby photos ng ating mga hari ng hardcore. Kaya tutok lamang kayo sa halftime. Ngayon naman, balik muna tayo sa napakababang si Andre Felix.
Binola mo pa ako, Roxanne. Baka magalit na naman sa akin yung boyfriend mo.
Ikaw lang daw yung gwapo.
Maganda naman talaga siya. May nagpapahay pala sa'yo, Rox. Pangalan niya, tago natin sa pangalang Kevin Alas.
Yan. But again, Andre, EAC Generals, 3 3-pointers na ngayong quarter na to. Kumpara lang yan sa isa para sa LPU Pirates. Namamaga ang ring sa ilalim. Wala pang nasushoot. Ngayong quarter na to ang EAC Generals. Pero nakalima na silang free throws out of the 6 attempts that they got.
Kaya naman ay nakuha nila kanina ang kalamangan na itinabla naman ng LPU with those 2 free throws by Pipoy Marata. Pinakamalaking kalamangan ng LPU kanina, 6. EAC naman, 4. Lamino on the high post. Binigay kay Mejos at the corner kay Bonleon. Bonleon with a top step inside. Nakuha pa. Lakbaw si John Estacio para sa kanyang pang-4 na puntos ngayong araw.
Ito si John Edric Estacio, former standout of the FEU Baby Tamaraw.
That's right.
Spent a year with the program with Coach Nash. I was able to work with him then.
Really?
Yes, it was my first coaching job with them as a volunteer. I saw this kid and ngayon, nabigyan siya ng chance dito sa EAC General.
At yung turnaround na shot na yun was brought to you by PLDT Home DSL, the #1 home broadband. That was a strong move of the game, by the way. Of course, brought to you by PLDT Home DSL. The lead is back to EAC with that basket inside by Estacio. Gustong bawiin nila Victor. Gidjol, the kick out. May fresh 14 on their shot clock. Hinahawakan ni Raj Elmerab ang bola. Ikot-ikot pa dito si Malabanan. And an offensive foul para sa pang-anim na team foul ng LPU. Kay Sunga tinawag yan. Natuwa. Ay, ito, hinahalo-halo. Mala James Harden, nagluluto pa ang isang estudyante. Ito po ang Copico 78 Best Recharge Moment. Brought to you by Copico 78. Copico's best latte ever.
Steer the pot. Diba? Uso yan ngayon eh. Hindi ko nga alam ba't pag nakakashoot yung mga bata.
Dahil kay James Harden yan.
Kulang na lang suklayin yung buhok, ayusin yung medyas.
Hindi, there was a time na nauso naman yung pagturo sa ulo ng yung 3-point. Carmelo Anthony, J.R. Smith ng New York Knicks. May mga dami naman pauso yan eh. Kahit yung ginagawa ni LeBron, yung sa kanyang dibdib. Yung
mga
kay
ganon.
Steph Curry naman, pagturo sa taas. Pagbigay-pugay sa ating mama sa itaas. Yung pagkano sa dibdib. Dami mga ganyan, mga antics ng players na nakukuha ng mga bata. So makikita mo yung influence talaga na naibibigay ng ating mga basketball players. Not only in the NBA, but of course in the pro leagues here. Also the NCAA. Ang daming umiidolo ng mga batang nanonood sa atin. Lalo na sa Tondo, Manila. Yung kaibigan natin si Ross Garcia nanonood yan.
Especially ngayon, mas malaki na ang reach natin. We are given a bigger platform.
Yes.
The I1 TV app is there. ABS-CBN Sports is there. Online, ang dami natin
live streaming.
Live streaming. So talagang nakikita tayo. Pero nung panahon namin, pagka gumanyan ka, balik ka sa bench. May suot ka lang ang wristband, ayaw ka na palaro.
Sa pantres, lista mo na. Sabi ni Mario Bonleon, muulan ng tres, pang-apat na yan na pinakawalan ng EAC Generals mula sa labas in this second quarter. Gidjon has to do something. Binigay kay Gabayni na agaw nila Mino, natapik ni Malabanan. Malabanan, sabi niya, teka lang, kulang ako ng kakampi. Gabayni, ang bagal nung sidestep ni Jol. Wanted to throw that down with that putback jam. Traveling at the top of Richmond Sunga.
Ito yung mga gustong action ng mga kabarangay ko dyan sa Roas District eh. Yung mga bakbakan na ganyan eh.
Yung ganun eh, no?
Ito sila Coach Boldron, saka sila Kuya Japa. Yan yung mga gusto nila.
Kilala mo si Coach Walter?
Oo.
Kilala mo yung dalawang anak niya? Si MJ and James Salazar?
Oo, taga doon yan sa amin. Yung mga tropa mo ba yan? Ay, okay yan.
Mga player na sa team ko din sila.
Oo. Mga kalaro natin yan, Brad. Pagka ano.
Less than a minute, Punsayak fired away. He was looking at our official, humihingi ng foul. Walang pito doon. Balik tayo sa LPU. Gidjon finds Malabanan in the corner. Lumapit with the runner. The one-hander is no goal. The jumper using the glass. Bukas na bukas pa ang bangko para kay MJ Ayaay.
Smooth na jump shot. Pangalawa na yan ha. Yung unang basket niya nung simula ng laro. Same shot, same result para kay MJ Ayaay.
Lamang pa rin ng tatlong EAC Generals. Kung inaakala nyo po na magtatambakan tayo sa laro nito, kayo'y nagkakamali. Di kita ng labanan sa pagitan ng LPU at EAC. Mulsayak, nice handoff to Estacio. Pero nahuli doon ni Malabanan. Kijol. At sumobra ang kanyang weave from the half-court line at the end of 20 minutes of play. After leading as much as 6 for the LPU Pirates, the EAC Generals with this 3 by Mejos. Nagpakawala sila ng 4 na yes para sa 3 here in the second quarter. 2 mula kay Monsayak, 1 kay Mejos, 1 kay Bonleon. Lamang na nga ang EAC Generals ng 3, 25-22 at the half. Only on NCAA Season 91 on ABS-CBN Sports in Action. So magandang hapon po muli Pilipinas at sa ating mga kapamilya sa buong mundo. Maraming salamat sa pagtutok via the Filipino channel at the half. Lamang po ang EAC Generals sa LPU Pirates 25-22. Attention all PLDT home and smart subscribers. Enjoy entertainment everywhere with the country's biggest selection of videos on demand mula po sa iFlix. Just log on to www.iflix.com and start your complimentary 14-day trial today. Alongside Martin Antonio, aka Coach Hammer for ABS-CBN Sports. Ako po si Andre Felix. Gandang hapon po muli, Marts. It's an exciting game. We're being treated to here. In-expect ng iba, low scoring, tambakan. Actually, it is a low scoring ball game. Pero di kitan between these two teams na ayaw magpatalo dito sa NCAA Season 91 kahit alam natin that they're already looking forward to next season.
He started slow, 12-6 in the first quarter, but in the second quarter, nagpakawala ng 11 na puntos itong EAC Generals. Makikita natin mamaya sa stats na napakaraming 3-pointers ang binitawan nila at marami ang na-shoot. 4 out of 7. Ayan, nung simula ng game, 0 out of 10, 0 out of 5 for the Pirates. 4 yung binitawan nila ng second quarter, kaya naman naihabol nila yung puntos at nakalamang pa.
That is the power of the three-point shot. And nabanggit nga natin ang turnover story. LPU commits 22 turnovers per game. Ngayon, 16. Yan din yung isa sa mga bagay na nakakasakit para sa koponan ni Coach Topex.
Dahil gusto nila ng mas mabilis at mas maraming possessions, they try to force the fast break. They want to get more shots. So minsan, mas madalas kaysa minsan, nagta-turnover sila. Nakita natin 16 in the first half. Napakadami yan for any team.
At para naman sa EAC Generals ay kalahati ng numero ng turnovers ng LPU ang kanilang napakawala doon, 8. Para sa LPU Pirates, 4 para kay Ayaay, Gijol, and Suma.
8 boards para kay Vic Gijol. Malaking number yan. 2 out of those 4 points coming in from that dunk na napatayo tayong dalawa, Andre.
Ibang klase talaga yung athleticism ng isang Victor Gijol. He can really sky high and go through the roof of the arena here in San Juan. Mejos, Monsayak, and Eustacio with 7, 6, 4 respectively for Coach Andy. It is a low-scoring game. Also credit the defense from both squads. Both teams really want this win. We talked about that man, Wilson Baltazar, earlier on top of the coverage. He had a great last game, 28 points in 27 minutes. But today, he is scoreless, Martin.
Lahat ng tinira niya is from the outside instead of going inside and trying to get more points from the paint. Tingnan natin kung makukuha niya yung rhythm niya in the second half rather.
Wilson Baltazar was also their participant in that three-point shootout in the All-Star weekend more than a month ago. Francis Monsayak earlier, Joseph Cabaini. Ito na, panimula ng third quarter. Andre Felix, Martin Antonio, and Roxanne Montealegre at courtside. Our director is Raul De Ocampo from ABS-CBN Sports. That was a good drop pass by Ayaay to Cabaini and Gijol. Ang dami nilang chances. They're using their heft and height inside. Di nga lang sila makakonvert.
Nagsistick talaga sa 2-3 zone defense tong EAC Generals, Andre. Ang weakness niyan is offensive rebounding and outside shooting. Diyan mo talaga man yung neutralize yan. But hindi sila nakaka-convert.
Mejos against a taller Gijol, the pull-up. Wala doon para kay Christ Fernan Mejos. Bumabalik ang mga naka-gray, the LPU Pirates. Ayaay, the kick out. Alanis, feed set for 3. No, Gijol with the offensive rebound. Victor's now has 10 rebounds. Bagsak si Monsayak. Inside from Alanis to Gijol. Hinila pa ni Malyari si Gijol. We already saw a commotion between EAC and Perpetual Health last Tuesday. This is something we want to avoid. EAC has already just fielded in 9 players today. 3 players from their squad are serving suspension. 2, 1-game suspension. Si Sidney Onmubere and si Jeric Diego. Panoorin natin ulit. He was going for the ball. I'm talking about Malyari. Yung hindi na-appreciate ng LPU crowd, yung pagkuha niya, yun yung ulo, hinila niya papaba si Gijol. The good thing about Gijol is, he is calm, collected, and he's actually cool. And sabi nga, ika nga ng ating kasamahan, Mixed Bustos, cooler heads prevail.
In-RKO si Victor Gijol, but hindi naman sadya.
Yung finishing move ni Randy Horton.
Hindi naman sadya.
Hindi ba sadya?
Hindi.
Hinila na pababa, kinapitan ng ulo, hindi pa rin
out of
sinadya.
balance. Malaki talaga eh.
Niyakap po sa ulo.
Hindi naman sadya. Sumabit lang. Benefit of the doubt.
Our officials, Dexter C., Jaime Rixano, and Butch Kaing, are trying to figure it out. Coach Andy Dizman, ganda naman ng ating shot there. From the foreground, si Coach Andy na nakatalikod. On background, si Coach Topex and his assistant coach, Romel Adukul.
But I think, Andre, this would be a disqualifying foul. Because this is above the head, above the shoulders, rather.
And he has no choice but to leave the arena and take an early shower. Itong si Jefferson Malyari, the graduating senior.
Mainit ang mga players ng EAC General. Sa mukhang nanood ng General Luna itong mga to. Mainit.
General Luna, actually, since nabanggit mo, is actually a good film. I haven't seen it, but we've seen great reviews. People have been raving about it. Thank you, Kuya Arnel.
Yeah, medyo mainit. Medyo mainit yung mga players natin eh. Pati si Coach Alan Asco, natatawag, wrestling daw yung laro eh. No, it's just the physicality. Sumabit lang naman. Di naman sadya. Di naman sadya, Coach Alan.
No, pero yan, you know, you can call it whatever you want. You can be objective about it. Pero once na kumapit ka na sa ulo ng isang player above the neck, pwede ka na talagang, Coach Andy is, of course, refusing and trying to defend his players. Pero syempre, di mo masasabi yung para sa kapakanan ng manlalaro
of course.
Kasi,
it's their
diba?
safety. Anything above the shoulders is a disqualifying foul. Diba? It's below.
Automatic yan eh.
Yes.
Automatic yan eh.
Anything below the hip,
yes,
that's a disqualifying foul. Pag tumalon, in-undercut mo, sumabit ang legs, bumagsak ang player, disqualifying foul yan.
So EAC will have no choice but to go and continue this game with 1 minute and 2 pa lang nakakalipas.
Oh, wow, 8 na lang yung natitira.
Oh, 8. Kasi nga, they have a 15-player lineup. Tatlo ay wala na talaga. Joren Morada went back home to his hometown in Davao. They have Adu Membang, who suffered that ACL injuries in the US. They also have Gerald Serrano, so also sitting out because of an injury. Na ACL yan si Serrano din, tulad ni Mbang. And then 3 players na suspended on Robere with a 1-game suspension. Jeric Diego also 1-game suspension. And Raymond Pascua will be out. Maglalaro na lang siya next year because 3-game suspension ang kanyang isuserve dahil like ito and then the 2 other games against Mapua and against Arellano. Kaya automatic next year na maglalaro si Raymond Pascua. Kaya nga 2 free throws ang inaward kay Victor Gidjol at plus possession for LPU. Ito naman ang Copico 78 Best Recharge Moment brought to you by Copico 78. Copico's Best Recharge Moment. Yung reaction nila was because of that basket earlier. Hindi dahil yung hinihilaan ni Malyari si Gidjol. Let's see if Gidjol will be sparked with that. Mintis siya, hindi nga nakuha ang offensive rebound. So another turnover for the LPU Pirates. Take a look at Gidjol. Lumabas nga lang ang kanyang attempt at it went out of bounds also for their 17th turnover today.
Ito nga to si Vic Gidjol na pag-uusapan namin to nung isa kong colleague si Coach Ryan. He is very athletic and very explosive. I don't know why he is not trying to get over people. Just overpower them and just play above the rim, so to speak.
Victor Gidjol is number 10 in rebounding in season 91, averaging 8.9 rebounds per game. Short ang attempt from the outside ni Francis Monsayak. Kanina nagpakawala siya ng 2-3 in the second quarter. Wilson Baltazar may tanang ng bola, 5 hinahabol ng mga naka-gray, the LPU Pirates. Baltazar, the drive, the runner, looks good for Wilson Baltazar. His first 2 points today. He had a good game, 28 points in 27 minutes. We can't stress that enough against SBC.
Going inside the paint itong si Wilson Baltazar, finally getting that first basket. Let's see if he could continue playing at a high level.
MJ Ayaay, tinawagan ng unang personal foul. Tingnan natin ang fast play of the game. Ito nga yung drive ni Wilson Baltazar. This one's brought to you by PLDT Home DSL, the #1 home broadband. We've only had 2 deadlocks and 1 lead change here in our first game. Mamaya po, magbabanggaan ng College of St. Benilde Blazers at San Sebastian College Recoletos Golden Stags who defeated San Beda last Tuesday. Na parang ginanahan yung kupunan ni Coach Rodney General. Nagpakawala ng tres. Wilson Baltazar grabs rebound number 2. Kapaini at the low block. The spin by Joseph. Short. General with the board. Monsayak. Francis. Naghahanap ng butas. General for 3. Yes! Para sa tres from Joshua General. Second triple here in the third quarter. One from Mejos and one from Joshua there.
Medyo malalim na bunot na yan ni Coach Andy. Dahil hindi siya kasama sa rotation nung first round. Ngayon, dahil siya na lang ang natitira, maganda pa ang nilalaro. 60% din yan. 3 3-pointers ang binitawan niyan last game, Andre.
LPU is actually dead last in 3 points made here in the season. 4.5 EAC. Ipang-5 sa ating team here in season 91. Bagsak ang dalawang players on the other side. Gidjol, an easy 2 para kay Victor Gidjol. 7 ang kinakananan ni Victor today.
The more chances that they get open shots sa ilalim, mas marami talaga silang puntos na may score. So, super simple yet effective basketball.
Foul ang tinawag ng ating dalawang opisyales. Ito po ang fast play of the game brought to you by PLDT Home DSL, the #1 home broadband. Victor Gidjol was found inside all alone ni MJ Ayay. Second foul called on MJ Yesmarts.
It's stating the obvious. Nandun lang si Vic Gidjol. 6'9", 6'8" guy who can jump out of the gym. Bigyan mo ng bigyan. Bagsakan mo ng bola. Masushoot at masushoot yan.
Drapasan mo lang, no?
Oo, bagsakan mo. Ang laki, tsaka athletic eh.
Tama.
Ano gagawin mo dyan? Sasampayan mo, i-RKO mo ulit. Diba? O di-disqualify yung buong team mo niyan.
Paul Soliman, pinasok na rin ni Coach Topex. General nagpakawala ulit. And ayan, si Lacaste Santos.
Yes, yan ang favorite ko dyan eh. Si Do Lacaste Santos. Naglolokohan kami niyan eh. Hinahabol daw niya yung ano ko eh, facial hair ko eh.
Ikaw, Victor Gidjol scores inside again. He now has 5 of the 9 points of Victor coming here in the third. Sabi ni Lacaste Santos, ikaw daw nag-impluensya sa kanya na magpakalbo at to embrace.
Oo, tanggapin na lang.
Under 6 minutes to play, lamang po ng dalawang EAC, 31-29.
At nagbabalik ang NCAA Season 91 dito lang sa ABS-CBN Sports Selection. Kahit nasa kabilang side ako ng hardcourt, hindi ko mapigilang marinig ang lakas ng cheer ni Ali Calantas na very big fan ng ating Little General. Ali, kanina nakausap ko si Francis at malungkot siya. Kung meron kang pagkakataon, paano mo naman siya papasayahin?
I-cheer ko po siya, tapos i-hug ko po siya. Mag-ibigay mo siya cookie! Wow!
At bakit ka naman biggest fan ng ating Little General at gano'n mo siya kamahal?
Sobrang mahal ko po!
Mukhang mahal na mahal, gano'n lang lahat. Ngayon naman, balikan muna natin ang ating nakakapuso at babong kasama na si Andret, Coach Hammer.
Hello? Hello? Roxanne? Hindi kita marinig ha? Medyo nabigiyak.
Nabigyan din ako eh.
Thank you, Rox. At thank you sa ating mga manonood. May flying kiss pa si Roxanne. Baka kanino kaya yun? Musayak uses the glass. Gets his third triple today. He now has 9. At tuntua, yun naman ang nakakatuwa sa mga estudyante ng EAC.
Oo, pero alam mo ba, nung 2007 ba yun? Pagka dumarating ka daw, ganun din yung tilian eh.
Hindi ng EAC yun.
Hindi nang iisip.
Nilari. Ating floor director. Lamang na ng 5 ulit itong EAC Generals. Monsayak fires again. Nakuha ni Gidjol. That is Victor's 13th rebound.
So playing inspired basketball, Vic Gidjol
That's right.
controlling the boards, Andre. Talagang kinukuha niya ang lahat ng pwedeng makuha na rebound. All available things.
One more point and he will have double, and there it is for Vic Gidjol with a good cut and good basket there para kay Victor. There's nothing you can do if you're Vic Gidjol just going towards the basket.
Very basic, standing on the foul line extended, gashing the defense, diving and getting an easy layup of that zone. 2-3 ang tinatakbo ng EAC the whole afternoon. First time na inopensahan nila ng ganun.
LPU on a mini run of their own. Lacaste Santos. Di nakuha ang drop. bounce doon, maayay, natapik, last touch daw ni Joshua General. Here's our strong move off the game, brought to you by PLDT Home DSL, the #1 home broadband, Victor Gijol. Like what I mentioned earlier, again, inside Victor, again for PLDT Home DSL, the #1 home broadband. Our fast play of the game, Victor is their second leading scorer, averaging 11.3 in 22 minutes per game. Excited ako makita yung development ni Victor Gijol sa mga darating na taon dahil sa koponan ni Coach Topex Robinson at ng LPU.
Talagang mag-i-improve yan pag dumarating, laging naka-shades eh. Talagang pag dumarating, you know that it's on. Talagang ganun eh.
Sino yung kasama niya pa na laging naka-shades?
Si Mike Harry.
Si Mike Harry.
Matindi yan pag nakita mo pa yung dalawang yan nakasando. Pag naglalakad sa mall.
Naka-shades din?
Oo, hindi ko naman mabigyan ng t-shirt. Ang lalaki, baka gulpihin ako eh.
Kenneth Corilla also in. Mulsayak. Yan, Amado Lamino. Wala. Isa pa daw. Wala pa rin. Isa pa. Isa pa. Sabi ni Lamino. Sabi niya, hindi tayo titigil hanggat makapuntos ako sa loob. Sabi ni Amado Lamino.
Parang mga talabas sa Cavite yung yung rebound talagang kumakapit sa mga kamay nito mga EAC Generals. Ilan yun? 4 na offensive rebounds. Talagang gustong-gusto nilang manalo ngayon. Bilang ito sequence na to.
1, 2, 3, 4. And that was our Master Guapo move. The quarter, watch out for more Guapo moves. Powered by Master Secreto ng mga Guapo. Ganda naman nung tapik ni Corilla kay General Lamino nang gigigil na sa loob eh. Gusto niya na talagang isubo yung bola sa ring. Di nga lang talaga makuha. And Gabayni. Pangatlong personal foul ni Joseph Gabayni. If you're Coach Topex, what do you do? Bring him out, leave him in.
If I was Coach Topex, I would let him play. Alam natin 4 games na wala yan si Otep Gabayni.
They were
Gustong-gustong
1 and
bumawi.
3.
Oo. Gustong-gusto nilang bumawi. At lalo na tong mamang to. Gustong magpakitang gilas.
Amado Lamino. And the Cameroonian gets both free throws to go. He is the lone foreign player left because of Adumembang out and in the US recovering. Sabi ni Coach Andy, di pa sure kung babalik si Adumembang next year. Ang sure lang is IG King playing his last year. Gusto din magpa-draft sa pros. Taladua, short on that attempt at the corner. Lakas de Santos, kahit nandun si Amado Lamino. Sabi ni Doc, Lakas de Santos, kayang-kaya ko ipalobo yung tira ko. First 2 points from Lakas de Santos there.
Great shot there, ha? Looping teardrop. Pero natawagan ng foul.
At yung pong strong move off the game, brought to you by PLDT Home DSL, the #1 home broadband. Joe Lakas de Santos, and this one's our Copico 78. Best recharge moment, brought to you by Copico 78, Copico's best latte ever.
Grabe yung crowd natin, di talaga napapagod. Paano pa kaya yung crowd bukas, Andre?
Kagulo yun.
Kagulo, Battle Royale.
Sabi nga ni kasamang Mikey Reyes sa kanyang article sa ABS-CBN.com sa sports section. Good afternoon, kina Santino, kina Sir Lori, who are doing a wonderful job on that media platform. Kagulo sa NCAA, there are 6 teams. Kung pwede nga lang mag-Final 6, Martin eh. All those 6 teams want to make it to the Final 4. I'm talking about San Beda, Letran, Perpetual Help, Mapua, Arellano, and JRU. They will all be in action tomorrow. Lakas de Santos to Jeremiah Taladua for Talads. His first 2 points.
Muntik nang maging turnover. Na-shoot pa.
Napaganda pa.
Napaganda. Basura na, naging barya pa.
Ganda nun ha. Mejo stepping. Dapat 2 points lang yun kung papasok yun. Nakuha ni Suleiman ng rebound. Talads, Inararo. Si Mejos. Taladua binanggana. May basket pa para kay Jeremiah Taladua. 3rd year playing here for LPU. 4th year student taking up marketing management. He is 20 years of age. 5'10", shooting guard out of Unida Christian Colleges in Imos, Cavite. He was born in Masinloc, Zambales, and grew up in Bacoor, Cavite. Idolo niyan sa dribbling ay sa ball handling skills si Kyrie Irving at si Jason Castro dahil daw sa pag-lead ng isang koponan as a point guard.
Sabi ni Coach Ricky Reyes ng LPU sa akin noon, ito raw yung bagong posisyon, power guard. Mukhang running back eh. Tignan mo yung katawan, no? Makapal kasi talaga tong si Jeremiah Taladua. He is their designated defender for the best players. Even the years before, binabantayan niya 1 to 4 guys. Kung medyo maliit yung sentro, babantayan din yan.
Kasi kahit 5'10 siya yung
Oo,
kaha. Speaking of kaha, na hindi pa pinapasok dito, yung cannonball natin, Noah Lugo.
Di ko pa napapansin na ginamit tong si Noah Lugo.
Hindi pa.
Tingnan natin kung may report si Roxanne kung anong nangyari dito kay Noah.
Baka naparami yung kain siguro.
Oo. Baka nakasama yung kaibigan nating malapit. Yung ating statistician. Yung kanyang kuya. Kuya Pong.
Mejos has to fire away with the shot clock winding down in and out from the outside. Nakuha ni Jeremiah Taladua. Talads on the run to the streaking Jeb Bulawan. Di nga lang nakakonvert. Lakas de Santos. Isa pa. And Lakas de Santos providing that instant offense and spark off the bench for Coach Topex. With a minute 29, LPU gets the lead back with an 8-0 run here in the third quarter. Thank you to our statistician Pong Ducanes for that info. 39 for the LPU Pirates, 38 for the EAC Generals, and we'll be right back with more NCAA action. Our lovely ladies and also beautiful faces here inside the arena are smiling. When you're on cam, we have 2 big screens here inside the arena in San Juan City para makita mo kung nasa camera ka. Sumasayaw ka, you can do anything you want. Yan yung gusto kong abangan pagdating ng Final Four and Finals, yung dance cam natin na gagawin. Sabi ng ating boss na si Sir Vic Caridad, who is doing a good job at the helm with the NCAA back on the first year of a 10-year contract here on ABS-CBN Sports. Back to live action. A minute and 17 ang nalalabi sa ating third quarter. Gabaini with that short stab. Wala. Underneath. Hindi nakapuntos si Paul Soliman. Back to 14 ang ating shot clock. Joshua General is doing everything he can to play defense. EAC only has 8 players left here in this game. Soliman fires away short on that attempt. Tumama ang bola sa mukha ni Gabaini, kaya ang bola ay babalik sa EAC Generals. And this will be turnover number 21 for the LPU Pirates.
Ang daming field goal attempts for both teams ngayong quarter na to. 22 field goal attempts for the LPU Pirates, 21 naman para sa EAC Generals. Kaya lang hindi sila makakonvert. EAC converting with 4, while the LPU Pirates are just converting 8.
LPU outscoring EAC 17-13 here in the third quarter. Gina G maglaro si Wilson Baltazar, baby. Sabi ni Yela. Alam mo ba ibig sabihin ng Gina G?
Hindi ako millennial eh. 90s kid ako eh.
Let's go Pirates, take the W. Sabi ni Ross Fernandez. You can tweet us using the hashtag NCAA Season 91 and hashtag Galing LPU for the Pirates at Galing EAC kumpara naman sa mga general na nakapula.
Ano yung Gina G, Dre? Bagets ka kasi.
Go na go?
Go na go. Kasi ako, mga inabutan ko yung mga ang TV eh. Yan yung bata ako eh.
Naabutan ko din yan ha. Gusto ko kaya mag-audition nun. Ayaw ng tatay ko.
Pero ikaw naman yung first mix BJ search winner.
Sige nga, kaya mong sabihin yung hashtag.
Hindi.
Napunto ka na ang LPU. Sayang yung tira ni Alanes mula sa labas. And that ends our third quarter of play. LPU has scored 39. EAC 38. It is a solitary point separating these two teams. Lumamang kanina ang EAC ng 7. LPU way back in the first when the score was 8-2. Yung kanilang malaking kalamangan na 6. And heading to our fourth and final quarter, LPU gets a lead back. We'll be right back for our final quarter after the break. EAC cheering squad trying to cheer the Generals here in the last quarter. Good afternoon again, wherever you may be. If you're watching the replay on Balls, good evening. Gandang gabi po sa inyo. Kasama ko po si Martin Antonio, tinatawag po siyang Coach Hammer. Ako naman po, si Andre Felix. At si Roxanne Montealegre naman, ang ating kasamahan at courtside for ABS-CBN Sports. again, the definition of hammer is
Humility, accountability, and motivation makes excellence reachable.
alam mo na ang sarili mong acronym.
Di, pero tinatawag mo ko Amer eh.
Dahil nawawala yung age.
Dahil kapampangan ako.
Hindi, nawawala yung age.
Dahil kapampangan ka, grabe ka naman, Andre.
Alam mo naman niloloko natin.
But you know, Andre, we're having a sneaky good game.
Oh, yeah.
Everybody was expecting that this teams
Would be a blowout.
would be a blowout or they would come out flat. But both teams are coming out swinging. Hindi lang talaga makashoot.
Maganda din. Credit the defense of both squads. Shot clock down to 5. Monsayak, ginamit ang banda. Bagsak si Gabayni, bagsak si Monsayak. Nakatingin pa si Monsayak kay Gabayni. And Monsayak now has 9 points. Daming turnover ng LPU. That was already their 22nd turnover. Nasa average na nila yan. Here's our strong move of the game over Gabayni's outstretched right arm. And this one is brought to you by PLDT Home DSL, the #1 home broadband. Mario Bonleon, binalik na ni Coach Andy De Guzman. Pipoy Marata is also back in. The man who grew up in Iligan City in Lanao del Norte, Mindanao.
Maganda rin ang lineage niya, na pamangkin niya ng Rick Marata, cousin of Sam Marata.
Cousin of Cyrus Baguio.
Cyrus Baguio is also his cousin. So, maganda ang pedigree niya when it comes to basketball.
Si Tata, minsan din yan. And he played for the Growling Tigers for 2 years. Kaya first year niya playing here in LPU after serving that residency.
Yes, and he also tore his knee.
That's right. Ito naman ang ating fast play of the game brought to you by PLDT Home DSL, the #1 home broadband.
Ganda ng tira na yun, medyo side view. Na medyo nag-slurpee pa sa area. Nag-shake. Basket.
Gabayni, we haven't heard from Otep today. That was his first field goal for the leading scorer of LPU.
Tinatawag na natin the big boss, pero yung numbers niya ngayon, ang big lang yung shorts niya. Tingnan natin kung isi-step up pa niya itong game niya. Lalo na winning time, and they need to get as much wins as they can for next year.
Marata is called for the first personal foul. Ito ang ating strong move of the game brought to you by PLDT Home DSL, the #1 home broadband. Gabayni averaging 12.6 points per game in 25.7 minutes. He missed 4 games because of a disciplinary action. He just played 10 games here in season 91. He averages 7.9 rebounds, and he is the actually he is not in the top 10 rebounders of the NCAA. #1, nangunguna dyan ang ating leading MVP candidate na si Olwell Oraime with 20.4 rebounds per game in 15 games played.
Walang gana rebound si Olwell Oraime. Tamad. Tinatamad gumawa ng rebound yan.
Pinato na lang ang bola ni John Estacio. LPU has the leather. Up by 3, Embida, back to Marata. They have more than enough time to execute a decent offense. The sidestep underneath the basket, in and out, pa kay Shaq Alanes. Si Shaq, hindi ba nakakahanap ng magandang galaw or puntos dito?
Magandang galaw lang, Andre. Nakita mo naman yun. Ang ganda ng footwork, one dribble, attacking, scoop shot, easy basket for Edric Estacio.
And Edric now has 6 points para kay Estacio. Alanes to Baltazar for 3. Yes! Para sa 3! Unang 3 puntos yan ni Wilson. He now has 7 to his name. Good afternoon also to Christian Cheng and Yip Chong and Coach Bonnie Tan na nanonood sa atin ngayon. And of course also Coach Budjing Akot. Binato na lang ang bola doon ni Pascual. Nakuha ni Gabayni, Joseph Gabayni, now with 11 rebounds. But only has 3 points here.
Baka kaya na disciplinary action to si Joseph, kumain na extra rice. baka.
Under 7 minutes to play. LPU with a 4-point lead. Mejos to Pascual to Lamino against a heftier Gabayni. Tingnan natin ang gagawin ni Lamino at the low block. That was a good post move from Hamadu Lamino.
Nakita mo yung post-up na yun, inuusod niya yung Gabayni eh. Pero parang hindi gumagalaw. Buti na lang maganda yung kamay ng bata. Swabing-swabe yung drop step and then that jump shot.
And now, let's go back to Roxanne Montele. Rox?
Andre, kasama ko sa napaka-exciting game today, ang fan na si Jimmy Gregorio from LPU. Sino ba sa mga players nyo ang nakakuha ng attention mo? Si Wilson Baltasar. Bakit? Kasi ang attractive niya, tapos ang galing niya pa maglaro. Kung meron kang mga pagkakataon para sa isang magandang mensahe sa community mo, sa kanya, anong sabihin mo?
Galingan pa nila para kami na yung manalo. School na namin Lyceum yung manalo. Ayun lang.
Again?
Thank you, Roxanne. At salamat sa mga LPU supporters natin dito. Good afternoon also again to Jeffrey Tam, who is one of the great magicians, actually one of the best magicians here in the country that we have. Napapanood din siya sa Pangako Sa'yo.
Nagmamagic siya doon?
Ganda ng ikot ni Monsayak. Naiwasan niya na eh, yung depensa ni Malabanan. Monsayak, napunta sa kalaban, napunta kay Tipoy Marata. Marata, binangga si Mejo, sinahawakan ng kanyang baba. And Ayaay with a jumper, it's good. 6 points for MJ. More importantly, LPU with a 4-point lead under 6 minutes to play. Former coach of LPU is also watching, si Coach Bonnie Tan, whom we greeted earlier. Good afternoon to you, Coach Bonnie.
Magaling na coach yan. And now he is, I think, one of the people behind one of the pro teams. He is running the show there.
That's right. And here's our Copico 78 Best Recharge Moment brought to you by Copico 78, Copico's best latte ever. Malaking bagay din para sa LPU na nawala yung mga Dexter Zamora, Shane Poe.
Of course.
Diba?
Ang laking bagay dahil backcourt nila yan eh. Yan yung
Yes.
matibay, yan yung pundasyon ng team nila last year along with Joseph Gabayni. Dexter Zamora tore his knee, Shane Poe plagued with injury last year, played all I think 8 or 6 games lang because of his foot. Ngayon nasa nagpa-draft and exhausted his playing days.
Earlier, you saw our fast play of the game brought to you by PLDT Home DSL, the #1 home broadband. Malabanan. Wala pang pinupuntos sa ating laro. Last year, LPU finished in 7th place with 7 wins and 11 losses. EAC, on the other hand, finished last place, tied with Mapua with 4 wins and 14 losses. It was actually, this is the first year of Coach Andy De Guzman in a full year. Siya nag-take over din last year. Of course, they miss the services of Janamon, Ube Happy, John Tayong, Jack Arguero. Yan yung mga nami-miss din nila eh. And if EAC finishes with only 2 wins, they will tie with AUF, or Angeles University Foundation. As we take a look at Ayaay with his 8th point with that basket there, AUF joined back in 2009 along with Arellano and EAC as the guest teams back then. And silang nag-set ng least number of wins in an NCAA season.
Mahirap yun. Mahirap dahil I've seen how programs transition from being the weakest to the strongest.
Rebuild kung rebuild talaga.
Talaga. It's a commitment.
Yes.
Tulad dun sa Embeda, they suffered 20 years of drought, title drought, and then they just won.
That's right.
8 out of 9 years.
Kanina napanood pala natin ang Master Guapo move of the quarter. Brought to you by Master. Sikreto ng mga guwapo. Estacio is at the line.
Ito, nakikita nga natin si Joseph Gabayni and ito si Coach Topex. Tingnan mo naman, ang ganda nung pagkaka-line ng buhok. Weekly nagpapagupit yan. Ha? Ano yan? Pahiyang niya. Yung yan talaga ang ginagawa niya. Every week, he needs one haircut.
Tawa na lang ako
Ganun talaga.
Sabi mo eh. Coach Topex Robinson, of course, ano?
Hindi tumama sa ring yung tira ni Edric Estacio.
Hindi ko na nga binanggit.
Napaka-intense pa naman nung galaw niya papunta doon sa free throws na yun. Ikaw ba, Andre, nakatira ka na ng free throw na hindi tumama namin?
Hindi naman, no?
Ako nakatira na ako ng
talaga?
ganyan. Televised game.
NCAA din?
Hindi.
Amateur league?
BBL. Pinasok na nga lang ako, sasaglit, tapos pa yung free throw ko.
Estacio hindi naka-convert sa parehong free throws doon. He just scored 11 points in the season, averaging 9.8 minutes per game in only 12 games played. Kasama mo na ngayon, kaya 13 games played na si John Estacio. Magata to Ayaay. Off to the right. Nakuha ni Punsayak. Nawala ang bola kay Francis. Bagsak si General. Bagsak si Gijol. Bagsak din si Estacio.
Talagang every possession counts. 6-point lead. Down to the last 4 minutes and a half. Tingnan natin sino ang lalabas, Andre, sa game na to at mananalo. Who would end their long losing streaks for both teams.
Coach Topex Robinson, of course, 40 years of age, born in Olongapo. Grew up in Olongapo. 16 years siya natuto mag-basketball. He played 16 years, rather. Basketball yan. 9 years in the pros. 3 for the San Sebastian College Recoletos Golden Stacks. Lamino with a rebound there with 13. Make that 11 rebounds to his name.
And he won at all levels that he played in.
Yes.
One in college, one in the NBA, one in the pros. Proven winner and leader si Coach Topex Robinson.
Nice bounce pass by Punsayak. Di nga lang na-handle ni Estacio. The save of Lamino to a man in gray, not to a man in red. Magata, the jumper in and out for Kikoy. Stepping on the sidelines and out of bounds is Wilson Baltazar. Bola ibabalik sa EAC. Under 4 minutes to play.
Maganda pa naman yung offensive rebound na nakuha ni Wilson Baltazar papunta sa basket pero stepping. Ang laki kasi ng sapatos. Nakaapak sa linya si Wilson Baltazar.
Punsayak, it's not one of those games that you want to remember. 6 turnovers and poor field goal shooting. 4 of 16 to be exact. 11 points in 33 minutes played. Para kay Little General. 4% better red cup. Naagaw ni Malabanan. Ganda ng up fake. And bukod sa ilalim.
Mark Malabanan.
Kay Malabanan for his first 2 points. Earlier, he missed 2 free throws.
Ito si Mark Malabanan. Maganda yung defense nila doon. Nakakuha ng turnover. Easy basket for them.
Lamino was able to save it. Sayak. Using the pick set by Lamino. Board lang tinamaan ni Munsayak.
Nahilo yung butiki doon sa likod ng board.
Si Joel, ito na naman si Victor. You have to credit Victor's resilience and also his motor.
The most important thing, especially for guys na ganyan kalalaki. Advantage na yan eh. Pero pag mas maganda pa yung motor niya, yung energy.
Tuloy-tuloy lang siya.
Dire-diretso, ilalaroin niya na maganda.
Hinila na nga.
Na-RKO na nga kanina.
Binagsakan na nga siya. Hinila na nga. Lockdown ni, ano yun, yung head, tawag mo sa move na yun. Headlock ni Malyari kanina.
At saka medyo magaan yung Malyari.
Laro lang
Masakit
siya
yun.
Laro lang siya ng laro eh. Good afternoon also to Ogan. Oliver Gunn, nakakalaro natin sa Monday Basketball sa Acropolis. Ganda nga po sa'yo, Brad. 3:01 remaining. Lamang ng 8 ang LPU. Victor, ready to double-double, yes.
Inaantay pa rin natin tong si Joseph Gabay na magpakita ng mabuti dito sa larong to. He really needs to step up, Andre.
Coach Andy De Guzman will call a ceasefire. Magtitipon-tipon muna mga nakapula. The Generals want to talk it over. They are down by 9. Welcome back to our live broadcast on ABS-CBN Sports in Action at Balls High Definition Channel 167 on Sky Cable. Magaling talaga si Direk Raul sa mga angulo.
Ay, oo. Alam mo sino mas magaling sa ganyan?
Sino?
Magaling umispot. Yung Raymond Tega at saka yung Gary Sibilia. Kaya matindi sa spotan.
Inaabangan ni Garing laro
Oo.
ng CSB mamaya. Kontra sa San Sebastian Stars. Magandang labanan din yan ng dalawang koponan that wanna end NCAA Season 91 on a high note. Oh, what a block by Victor Gijol for block number 1.
Ito, Andre, 9 turnovers na ang EAC Generals ngayong quarter na to. 33% shooting kumpara sa 50% shooting ng LPU Pirates.
Gabay is back on the floor. Hinanap mo siya. Nasa balik na. Pang-apat na personal foul na yan ni Joseph Gabayni.
Masama talaga nilalaro ni Joseph Gabayni. Kailangan niya mag-step up. I can't stress it enough. That his production is lacking in this game. Kailangan nila manalo.
What a block. Huli ka, boy. Sabi ni Victor Gijol. Gabayni. Pinutukan ng foul with that ward off with a left hand. Tumuloy-tuloy si MJ Ayaay with 10 points. He's now entering double figures. With this man-to-man full-court press being employed by LPU, EAC nahihirapan itawid ang bola. Another turnover for EAC. Baltazar with an offensive foul, clearly with that elbow to Mejos. Sabi ni referee Dexter C. Offensive foul yan, bata.
Medyo may pabaon na siko dun sa penetration na yun. Ito si Wilson Baltazar. Ang ganda na nung stop. Sayang. Natawagan na siya na yung offensive foul.
Ito yun eh. And ito yung basket kanina of that turnover. Si MJ Ayay. To the delight of the crowd of LPU for Copico 78 Best Recharge Moment. Brought to you by Copico 78, Copico's best latte ever. Munsayak, naghahanap ng kakampi. The kick out, the swing to Mejos. Fernan, the drive to Munsayak, the smallest man on the floor. Ang daming nakabayong. Kailangan niya ilabas ang bola. The cross court to General for 3. And he was fouled shooting the outside shot, and mas masakit pa dahil pang-apat na personal foul niya ni MJ Ayay.
But ang ganda ng skip pass na yun. Off that penetration, lahat nakatingin on the weaks, on the strong side. Off that reverse libre rin ni Joshua General, pag-close out nung Ayay, sumabit. Di man na-shoot tatlong free throws, Andre.
General at the line. Masyadong malakas. Joshua General. What amazes me is this kid could shoot from the outside. They're up sa free throw line.
So yung style ng Munsayak, siya yung tumayo dun sa free throw. Akala siya yung titira.
That was a while ago. That was the first miss by General in the season. And he gets that one to go in the second one. He was fouled taking the 3. Coach Topex on your screens. His first year as a head coach of the Lyceum of the Philippines University Pirates. And General just hitting 1 of 3 from the line there. Good afternoon also to the family of Lyceum Baltazar na nanonood ngayon. Coach Topex ay tatawag mo ng timeout. Lamang po sila ng 10. 55-45. And our students are still here, smiling. Yan po mga estudyante mula pa sa Lyceum of the Philippines University in Intramuros. And also our students mula naman sa Emilio Aguinaldo College ay nandito din.
Ready na rin yung mga taga-CSB, Dre. May mga dala pang balloons. Ready sa isa pa nating championship game.
Ayaw mo talaga ako tigilan.
Ayaw, di talaga, Andre. Di matatapos ng araw na to.
Gijol, the cross court to Baltazar. Gabayni at the low block. The pass to Gijol. Binanggana. May basket pa for Vic Gijol.
Really showing his stuff. Again, post up on the other side, basic drop pass, jump over the defender, easy basket.
Amadou Lamino will have to graduate, and he will foul out in this game. Amadou Lamino, in 37 minutes played, 10 points, 3 of 8 field goal shooting, and also 4 of 4 from the line. And he has 12 boards and 1 block to go along with 2 turnovers. Para kay graduate in a sense na foul out na siya, si Amadou Lamino. So down to 7 players na lang ang EAC.
Oh, and a very quiet double-double for Amadou Lamino.
Shot clock 14 seconds.
Shot clock will reset at 14. One minute and 22 seconds. Nalalabi. Ayaay mula sa labas. Gidjol. Isa pa daw, sabi ni Vic Gidjol. And Vic now has 14 points to go with his 14 rebounds. EAC naghahabol ng 14. You know, Coach Andy, like what I said kanina, na optimistic si Coach Andy kahit mababa ang moral for sure ng team. Wala na si Morada, wala na si Embang, wala si Serrano, na wala pa yung Sidney Onwubere mo na may motor din and puso para naman sa EAC. Wala si Diego, who was also awarded the best player of the game in one game earlier this season. Wala rin si Raymond Pasqua. So, ang daming wala for EAC. I think it's more about having the morale back, that confidence, and trying to just change your mindset as a team. Yung culture, ika nga.
Building their culture. At saka, tinanong mo ba kung ba't nakangiti si Coach Andy? Baka may playing year pa yan, naka-uniforme sa ilalim, ha?
Hindi. He's
Kulang
just
ng
very
player.
optimistic. Kasi sabi niya nga, kahit malungkot siya na natalo tayo sa Palestine kahapon sa FIBA Asia, sabi naman ni Coach Andy na natutuwa siya kasi feeling niya na anything is possible pagdating sa basketball.
Oh, of course. Bagong kultura, turnover ng players, may mga bagong darating, build up for next year. Yan ang goal ni Coach Andy this month.
Monsayak. And Mintis, he missed both free throws there for Francis. Pagkatapos kumana ni Francis ng dalawang three-pointers in the second quarter, isa sa third. Isang field goal pa lang ginawa niya here in the fourth. 11 points si Francis Monsayak. 36.6 seconds remaining. 14 points ang kalamangan ng LPU. Mejos to General. Cross court to Monsayak. Long three, short, Bonleon. The up pick, Bonleon to General. Muntikan pang mawala ang bola. Monsayak. Nablangka ni Raj.
Iba na malaki. Ang haba.
Yun nga yung sinasabi natin. Hindi mo matuturo yun. Yung
height.
Malaki.
So it looks like the LP Pirates would snap their 5-game losing streak, while the EAC Generals
continues to drop 9 straight.
Nine straight.
Yun ang gusto ko kay Coach Topex. Nakita mo yun? Titira dapat yung player niya. Hinila niya. Sabi niya, huwag ka na tumira. Lamang na tayo ng 14. Panalo na to eh. Yun yung sportsmanship para kay Coach Topex.
Of course. Nalagyan na ng tuldok yung laro. Hindi mo na kailangan. Do not add insult to injury.
Yes. Congratulations to the first-year head coach, Coach Topex Robinson, 40 years old. I admire his demeanor as a coach. They win this game, 59-45 ang ating final score in favor of LPU. LPU will have their fourth win in 16 outings. Para naman sa EAC, they will drop to 2-14 here in this season. March, your quick thoughts on this ball game and also things to look forward to for both squads.
Well, things to look forward to. EAC would have 2 more players on their bench. They'll be playing with a stronger lineup, and the LP Pirates naman would be building up to get better as time goes on, and especially for next year's tournament.
EAC will still have, I believe, hinahanap ko yung mga kalaban nila dito. EAC will have Mapua, kung di ako nagkakamali. Mapua pang mga kalaban nila and on October 2, that's a Friday, and October 6 naman against Arellano University. Para naman sa LPU, may laro pa sila against College of St. Benilde on October 1. Yes. And also, they will be in action on September 29 against JRU. Nagugulo. Yes, Larry, ating floor director. Titingnan ko mga remaining schedules ng ating mga kupunan dito. Mark, your quick thoughts on this ball game, and you know, you were a player yourself. Of course, you played for that champion team for San Beda back in 2006. Alam naman natin kahit bira ka gamitin, alam mo naman yan. But of course, you are a successful strength and conditioning coach now. What is your advice to these players looking forward as we take a look at the body language of EAC?
Depleted lineup, but again, it's all about that learning process. You want to get better, you want to get the reps in, you want to be the best that you can be on a certain period of time and build up on that. Again, it's not a one-day turnover. With us, we suffered 28 years of losing and then very fruitful years ahead. So it's always about committing to the program that you're in and just making the best time where you're at.
Very well said, and our best player that you have chosen is that man, Victor Gijoli.
Yes.
Grew up in Paris, France. And what made you choose him, beside from the obvious numbers of Victor?
He has been very aggressive. He got the most rebounds. He defended well. He had more intensity than most, and he showed flashes of brilliance today. We do want to see more out of him, and it's party time.
The first sport that he learned was actually football or soccer and high jump. And back in 2011, nung unang pumunta yan dito, si Victor Gijol, dapat maglalaro pa nga yan sa UP. Nakasama pa yan ng ating kasamahan na si Mikey Reyes. Ang idolo niyan si Carmelo Anthony and Michael Jordan. Congratulations once again to Victor, our best player of the game. Our next game, brought to you by ABS-CBN Sports, will be between the College of St. Benilde Blazers, who are at 3-12 against the San Sebastian Stags, who are at 5-10 with their mini two-game winning streak of their own. That was an upset last Tuesday against their former rivals, the San Beda College Red Lions.
Yes, that was a very big game. Kailangan nilang mag-build up on that again for next year.
Maraming salamat ulit, Marts. Always a pleasure working with you, my friend.
Yes, let's get back to business and down with the action with the following game, especially tomorrow's ball game. Bakbakan, Battle Royale
Judgment
yan.
Day,
Judgment Day
on
for
NCAA. Hashtag Judgment Day for tomorrow. And for our director, Raul De Ocampo, our courtside reporter, Roxanne Montealegre, my partner, Martin Antonio, a.k.a. Coach Hammer. Victor Gijol was the best player with 16 points, 14 rebounds, and 2 blocks. LPU ends the week with a 59-45 win over EAC. Up next, CSB versus San Sebastian. Ako po si Andre Felix saying, keep on watching NCAA only on ABS-CBN Sports and Action.